Hello and namaste everyone, myself Melissa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we saw how can we model isolated footing in CSI SAFE 2016. We defined our materials, we defined our sections, and we modeled our isolated footing. And in this video, we will see how can we define load patterns, load combinations, and soil subgrade properties, and how to apply them. Okay, so first what we should know is design of footing in SAFE software is done based on soil subgrade properties, that is the property of soil below the footing. Okay, so we should now define the soil subgrade properties, that is the property of soil which is below the footing. But before that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe it and press the bell button and get notified for every new videos. Okay, so now let's go and define our soil subgrade properties. So for that, let's go to define, and here you can see soil subgrade property. So what we should know is our footing in CSI SAFE is designed on the basis of soil subgrade properties, that is the property of soil below the footing. Okay, and the level settlement, which we take as 25 mm here, and that is a cinder as per we are using the formula, and the level bearing pressure. So first, now let us define our soil subgrade properties. Here is soil 1, we will modify the soil properties. Okay, so here subgrade modulus is nothing but the bearing pressure divided by allowable settlement. Here allowable settlement is 25 mm, that is 0.025 meter. Okay, and our bearing pressure is 150. So what we will do is we will be just doing what our bearing pressure multiplied by certain factor of safety. We will take the factor of safety from 2 to 3, so let us take 2.5 here. Okay, and divided by allowable settlement, that is 0.025 meter. So it is here 15,000 kilonewton per cubic meter. And in this section we will just select compression only. Okay, and now we will define the load patterns and load combinations. So first we will define the load patterns. Just go to define, and here you can see load patterns. The two load patterns are already defined there, dead load and live load. We want only these two. And if you want your earthquake load to be acted, then you can define here. Okay, now we'll define our load combination. So go to load combinations and add new combo here. Give the name here. First we will define for service load. For service load, that is 1 times dead load plus 1 time live load. The scale factor is 1 only, and here in design selection we will give service normal. Okay, and we will add one more, that is for factored load. And service we will give dead load and live load combinations, and the scale factor with 1.5 each. Okay, and here the strength is ultimate. Okay, so here we define two loads because we will be checking using these two loads also. So the service load will be used to check the allowable settlement and the pressure of the footing, and the factored load will be used to check the punching shear of our footing. Okay, now we have defined everything, and now what we will do is, now we will apply the point loads at the center point. Here if you see, when I click on the center point, you can see here 1 areas and 4 edges selected, but we want to select only this center point. So for that, deselect this and go to draw points, and keep the offset 0 0 here, and click at the center point. So you can see the point has been created. Now when you click this point, only one point is selected. You can see here one point selected. And now go to assign, and in load data you can see the point loads here. Now we are assigning the axial load that is acting on our column. So the dead load and the live load that we got from ETABS, you can see in the first part of this video. So the dead load is acting in downward direction, so minus z there, so you don't have to give the minus sign there because it has already been provided. 1113.2754 kilonewton. Okay, and here the size of load for punching shear will be the dimension of the column, that is 400 mm and 400 mm, because the dimension of my column is 400 by 400. Okay, replace existing loads. Here add to existing load means it will add with the load that is already been there, and if you replace, then it will replace the load that is already existed there. So first we will replace and then we will again add the live load there. Okay, now again select this point and okay, so select this point and go to assign load data, and in point loads select the live and give the live load value. So we have the live load value of 216.0335 kilonewton, and size of load for punching shear is same, and we will add to existing loads because we want both live and dead load there. Okay, so we have applied our point load. Now we will apply the soil properties. Select the footing slab, go to assign, and in support data you can see here soil properties. Okay, soil 1 and okay, so you can see we have applied our soil properties and point loads on our column there, that is column footing. And now in the next video we will have some checks, that is checks on the allowable settlement, checks on the pressure of footing, and the check on shearing punch that will be done using factored load. So stay tuned, and yes, please subscribe to my channel, like the video and share with your friends, and have a great time. Bye bye, see you in the next video. And yeah, please subscribe and like the video.